And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily British content. Okay, Rachel Reeves, we are going to be discussing another disastrous interview. She's been sort of humiliated after that sort of Sky News interview. There is of course the UK being put on a recession watch. So we'll be discussing all of those details in today's live stream. But as always, guys, do get involved in the live chat if you're watching it live. And if you're watching on a replay, do get involved in the comment section below. This is a community, and I really do like to see everybody get involved. So yeah, let's start with this one, the recession watch, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll get into sort of Rachel Reeves and all that sort of stuff, her humiliation and all that good stuff. But Britain has been put on a recession watch after the economy suffered due to anticipation ahead of Rachel Reeves' budget. In the month ahead of the budget, which damaged sentiment, the economy shrank by 0.1%. Julian Jessup from the Institute of Economic Affairs said that the second successive monthly fall in economic activity in October should put the UK firmly on recession watch. The new government negative rhetoric over the summer and the anticipation of a tight budget have seen damaged sentiment. In the UK, 2 successive months of negative growth had not been seen since the pandemic in April 2020. Now, following this news, ladies and gentlemen, there was an interview, and we're going to go through that now, show this, and go through why she's been humiliated for it, and her just absolutely talking normal, robotic tripe that every single Labour MP does. Have a watch of this.
The numbers on GDP are disappointing, but it's not possible to turn around more than a decade of poor economic growth and stagnant living standards in just a few months. But you'll see from the plans we've been announcing, whether that is the energy reforms we've published today, the reforms to build 1.5 million homes that we published yesterday, the pensions reforms, the creation of a national wealth fund, this government are getting on with the job in improving economic growth and driving up living standards.
People watching this then, when can we expect to get back to growth?
Well, growth is the number one mission of this government. Economic growth that results in families feeling better off with more money in their pockets. And we're driving that economic growth. And we hope that those numbers will start to improve because of the policies that we're pursuing in the months ahead.
So yes, a normal sort of robotic tripe from Rachel Reeves with regards to it, not really saying too much, or just almost like a bag of air, saying a lot, but you come away with absolutely nothing. And it's typical Labour. You know, everybody in the Labour Party has this sort of mantra when talking, and it's simply the same. I mean, Zaya Youssef simply just said afterwards, I'll get the exact quote that he said with regards to this interview, and literally quote tweeted it and says, like all Labour ministers, she sounds like a chatbot with a virus. Now, again, she's saying that the numbers are disappointing. She's saying that they're disappointing and deflecting blame onto the previous government. No, it's their fault as well. You know, the Labour government are killing businesses and killing growth within this country. And 2 successive months of a lower GDP is troubling. And as stated, the country has been put onto recession watch as such. So it is a serious matter. And again, it's all about deflecting, blaming the previous government. That is always the same with this Labour government. They have to take responsibility, and they're crushing business, and it's going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. And these robotic tripe figures just peddle out the same narrative every single time. Now, under Zaya Youssef's actual tweet on X, Tristan Tate, again, for those of you that don't know him, Tristan Tate is a multi-millionaire, brothers of Andrew Tate, and essentially I'm not bigging him up or such, but he commented it and said that every British millionaire I know is either changing political parties or getting out of England. At the very least, they are investing large sums in the UAE or Singapore. This huge drain of untold amounts of capital and brain power built up over hundreds of years isn't sustainable. Now, I echo that. For those of you that know me, guys, I come from a business background. I run multiple businesses, and that's what I do. British Stand is more of a side project. And again, I'm in circles with friends of mine, and that's the same thing, exactly what he said there. A lot of British guys, women, British women that run businesses are moving their businesses out of the United Kingdom and looking to register in the UAE and all of these kind of things. Whether you like that or not, that is the actual reality, and that's going to continue for long periods of time under this Labour government. So the GDP that she's talking about, the growth that she's talking about that's going to come from the United Kingdom isn't going to be the case. That isn't happening. That is not happening. There is no growth. It's going to get worse and more worse and more worse under this Labour government. It's going to continue to drop down because everybody is jumping ship. They're destroying businesses. They're destroying the creators of this country and forcing them to look elsewhere. So if they think that that's the case, that it's going to take an upturn, they're completely wrong. Now, going back to that interview with the recession guys, and in terms of the recession watch, obviously the shadow chancellor has spoke about it, and following her sort of interview that she was speaking about, saying it was disappointing and said it's not possible to turn around, deflecting blame. Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride said that Labour's talking down of the economy, hiking of taxes and loading up the red tape is killing growth. We are all paying the price. As stated, the Chancellor was dealt a devastating blow from the Office of National Statistics on Friday morning when its latest figures showed that 0.1% decline for the second time in a row since September. Despite her party's devout, quote-unquote, dedication to UK growth, she described the dire figures as disappointing. That's what I'm saying. She just keeps on saying that it's disappointing and deflecting blame to other parties and looking like they want to try and try and blame the Tories for that. And as I said, they played a huge part. You're absolutely correct. But, of course, they are making it 10 times worse with the hiking up of taxes and just generally destroying the economy. In following on this with Jessop's analysis, he said, indeed, the manufacturing sector appears to be struggling even more in the rest of Europe, notably Germany and France. As Europe's last economy, Germany has predominantly relied on its manufacturing sector, primarily producing motor vehicles, including VWs, Audis, Porsches, BMWs, and Mercedes. However, Britain has a weaker manufacturing structure, an industry which brings in ample opportunity for expensive exports, as well as increased chances to open up more jobs and enhance British skills. So the UK apparently will not have to endure a poor economic performance on its own, as Germany's economy has set to shrink for the second year in a row. So again, it's all about a defection. It's all about blame from this Labour government, from Rachel Reeves. And again, nobody's listening to it. All of the sort of other parties, whether it's Reform, Conservatives, are just calling BS to everything that she's saying. Now, you might just say that that's the case with every single party anyway. They're always going to be doing that. But genuinely, she's talking tripe. She's talking absolute nonsense. And this comes after UK has been put on a recession watch list. So yeah, take of that what you will. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on everything down there in the comment section below, guys. Let's see what everybody's saying. The gaslighting is next level. Exactly. Gaslighting is always the case. That's what they do every single time they're asked a single question. Again, you can keep on talking about previous governments, but you're in power. Stop just constantly saying it's the default answer. Well, we're trying to clear up the mess of the last government. No, you're not. Yes, they did make a balls of it. Yes, you're right, they did make a balls of it. But you're ballsing it up way more. The Labour government are. They're absolutely destroying it. And constant gaslighting isn't going to play with the British public. It just isn't. Rachel Reeves, born Ralph Reed, more than likely. Rachel Reeves, everyone's saying the same thing. The better for all of us. Leslie says, we are now in a recession. I don't make any claims to being an expert in business, but I already foresaw her claims about growth of being pure BS the moment it left Reeves's lips. Well, she doesn't know about business. She's never run a business. And in fact, everyone in the Labour government haven't run a business. There is no experts. They don't know what they're on about. As I stated, the people have low qualifications, aren't qualified for the job, that are put in these positions. And the Chancellor being one of them. Rachel Reeves hasn't got a Scooby-Doo. As I said, her lying on her CV just goes to show she hasn't got anything. Angela Rayner, not qualified for these jobs, but they're always just talking about this robotic crap every single time, and we're going to see it get worse. I mean, my prediction, don't take it from me, I don't know that much about it as such, but listen to the experts on what they're warning and what they're saying. People far qualified than me, who's just talking on a YouTube channel, or people who are far more qualified than ourselves, are saying that the UK is in a recession watch list. So take it from them, and not necessarily just me. Sending billions of pounds abroad, yes, exactly, but also ruining things, whether it become from the farming industry as well, they're ruining that, but businesses are the ones that were the victims of the tax hikes, absolutely destroyed by it. It's destroyed. I'm a business owner myself. I own multiple businesses, and I'm telling you, it's destroying UK businesses. It genuinely is, and you don't see it from that perspective. Some people that are out there, of course, can of course take a little bit of a tax hikes, but the smaller businesses as well, they're the ones that are on the ground. These small tax hikes can destroy it. And yeah, I'm super passionate about this subject, guys, especially business, but my goodness me, they are literally destroying it. And I'm sick of Rachel Reeves' robotic tripe. And to be fair, I think Zia Yusuf's explanation was perfect. Why do all the Labour ministers sound like a chatbot with a virus? But then again, I do believe that's doing a bit of disjustice to a chatbot. So yeah. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. As always, guys, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Do get involved in the live chat if you're watching it live. Do get involved in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on all of this sorts of stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, look after yourselves, and see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.